Hi.
Ashley, hi. How are
Hello.
you? Jessica, hello. Hello, everybody. Everybody having a good week? Is it a good week for you? Bad week?
Hi. Hand pink waving.
Hand pink
Hey.
waving,
Are
Tracy,
you getting
Amy.
cicadas?
Am I
Hi
getting
waving hand,
cicadas? I
medium
don't
light
think
skin
so.
tone.
I haven't heard
Wassup.
them.
Hey Dub.
What up? Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Wonderful week.
Wonderful week. That's good. That's real good.
Excellent game choice.
Have you played the Stanley Parable, Lisa?
Hello Aussie fan here again. Hope you are well.
Katie, I am
Hey
well.
everyone.
Catherine, hey.
You are getting two different kinds of cicadas this year.
Oh.
I got the notification this time.
Boom. You're here. Now we can play. Except I don't know what this game is, but it was on sale.
Hey. How was your day?
The day
A big
was
howdy from Missouri
busy.
grinning face.
It was very
The
busy today.
17-year cicadas.
17
Today
years.
is Friday Junior.
Friday Junior.
Almost done with the week.
Yes.
I have never played before. Sweet.
Oh.
I have, more than once. It is not the typical game at all.
That's what I need. I need
Hello again.
non-typical.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Hey there, it's Sarah.
Sarah.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Friday.
What is up, Bubba?
What up, Rusty?
Have you played The Sims 4?
Sims 4? No, I haven't played The Sims probably since like PlayStation 2. Long time ago.
It's free in E.
Oh, it's free
Today
in
will
EA?
be my Friday, so it's a good day. Slightly smiling
Ah.
face weekend time.
Lucky. I wish today was my
Nothing
Friday.
much. I have, once, lol.
Alright, alright. Now everybody's in here. Let's go. Are we ready? This game might be dumb, but it might be fun. I don't know. I think the narrative, like...
As long as it's not Alan Wake 2, cause I'm waiting on my friend Aaron to finish streaming it for me.
Oh.
Feel like I'm cheating if I watch Sumian. I play Sims 4 lots. I like to build houses.
Ooh, houses.
Do you work weekends?
I do work every other weekend.
This game is really funny.
Is it funny? I was hoping it's going to be funny. Hey, Sammy. I was hoping it would be a funny game. I always usually play like...
videos.
Thank you, Rusty. I usually play horror games, so... Have I played this before? Let's say no. Please.
If you can stick it out, you will find it is a clever game. I'm about to drop my cat off to you, lol.
Uh-oh.
She in heat SMH.
Uh-oh. But that's driving you crazy. Alright, so...
Rainy day all day today.
Ooh, rain. To the computer is barely visible. Let's go right there.
Gloom doom all day.
Please enter my current time. Well, I got 7:26.
Yes, it is SMH.
7. Why can't my PlayStation just tell it what time it is? 26.
Rainy days are the best for gaming.
PM. We gotta go all the way. 7:26. Nope.
Yeah, it was raining on and off here in Baltimore, MD.
Ooh. Rain sucks. Alright, accessibilities can be whatever from the main menu. Okay. Here we go. This one was on sale, and hopefully it's funny.
Illinois here.
Illinois!
Yes,
Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe. I guess this has got more content than the original. That makes it Ultra, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what settings is. Look good. Let's go. Never the end.
Missouri here.
Missouri. Misery.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
I'm not a gamer, but I got a notification that you were live, so I wanted to say hello.
Hello.
I hope you and your family are doing great.
So far, so good.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders
That is true.
through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day.
I guess I'm
every
427.
month of every year.
The computer tells me what to
Others
do.
might have considered it soul rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He's happy. Just show up and the computer tells you what
And
to
then
do.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived.
Just like the internet. What game is this?
The Stanley Parable.
Call a meeting.
Deluxe.
Or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete...
My daughter is getting ready to go off to college to study biology so she can do pre-med and become a medical examiner.
Nice.
Found himself unable to
That's a lot
move
of
for the
school.
longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Not the deluxe edition grinning, squinting face.
The deluxe. You know, we gotta go all out. So I sat here and my computer didn't tell me what to do. So... I hate Mondays. What? Why would you hate Mondays?
Full ultimate and stuff.
Locked. Locked. Nobody's in there. 429, he didn't show up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room? I hate Mondays. Look, everybody hates Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yes, it is Lowell. I'm still working on becoming a funeral director.
Ooh. Look, that one says who farted. I would definitely rock that coffee cup. Who farted? Number one dad! There we go. Where's the meeting room? I guess it's this way. Wait, what's this one say? I like work, I just hate my boss? Oh gosh. Be my Valentine? This one says who farted? There's nobody here. Uh-oh. What's this one say? F you?
I used to fix and polish the finger and toenails of the deceased.
Oh gosh.
Still would if someone needed it.
Yeah, that's important. This is where I can't, no?
This one might be a fun game.
I think
Reminds me of point-and-click exploration.
Yeah, I think the narrator makes this game fun. Can't go in there.
When Stanley
Funeral director is a hard job to do if it is a kid or a family member or friend.
He entered the door on the left. I want to go right now because he said I'm going to enter the left door. Should I go on the right side? He said I enter the left door. Why is it so bright? Good Lord. Stanley entered the door on the left. Should we go against what he says? Should we go in the right door? Decisions. It looks the same. Yeah, let's go right.
Do it.
This was not the correct
Right
way
door
to
for
leave
sure.
home, and Stanley knew
The
it
last time I done it, it was my grandmother and I could hear them sawing on the person on the other side of the curtain. I was listening to.
He said this was the wrong door, and Stanley knew it. I can't go back out, can I? The door's shut. We're trapped. We chose wrong. That looks like a meeting room. And just a bunch of chairs.
Yes, it is. I had to do the stuff for my brother-in-law and I was about to quit.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in. What's this gonna say? I can't read it. F-U.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished...
Sorry to hear, Laurel.
...these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Really worth it. Fuel.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First one on the left. Okay. Oh, I see it. I see the open door on the left. I'm just trying to go. Oh, what's that? Let's see.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Fired years ago. Oh gosh. Now we're stuck in here.
I wouldn't mind being an autopsy tech, honestly. Thank you, Rusty.
Autopsy tech. It's a lot of work. Oh, I need a card. What's this? A warehouse? Good lord, look at that.
Lol, this like when the GPS gets mad and keeps telling you to turn around.
Yeah.
Would rather do that than work with living people.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death. Oh, I fell.
But in his eagerness
I
to prove that he was in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Oh no, I died.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks
You're welcome, Laurel.
Oh, I died. I died already.
Haha,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. We gotta go to the meeting room. Here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You committed suicide.
I did.
The narrating makes me feel like I'm watching Winnie the Pooh.
It does kind of sound like Winnie the Pooh, don't it?
I like this game, lol. I'm lol for it. We already died, lol.
Oh,
yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Now I gotta find the boss's office? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on the slide. Slides, charts, slides, and...
How long have you been at your job?
I think I've been doing it 20 years now. I can't even remember, so long now. Broom closet. This one opened.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Why did it open?
Bubba.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
You're a pro at
Just
it.
an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
There's a broom in here. Can't click anything.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA? What do you think FA stands for?
I love the passive sarcasm from the narrator lol.
He's the best.
Sorry for asking, have you ever worked on kids? Sorry for asking.
Why?
Yes,
Please
kids
offer me some
probably
explanation.
almost every week.
Confused.
Come on now, let's keep this PG channel.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said
Fanciest
Stanley
probably.
walked past the
Sad.
broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is
That's a lot.
absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
LOL getting out.
I'm just gonna stay in here. He keeps like he's getting mad at me.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?"
You asked.
Broom closet ending was
I am
nice.
sorry, Bubba. Thank you for the work you do, Bubba.
Thank you. It's
Is
okay.
this supposed to be scary?
Not scary game. This is supposed to be kind of like a
Stanley
funny
was
game.
fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Fat and
He
ugly.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money.
Broom closet ending, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
He said I'm fat and ugly and stupid, and I had a family connection. That's the only
Well, I've
reason.
come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm dead.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen.
He thinks
Well,
I'm
in a
dead.
situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Oh, he said
This
decompose.
is funny.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead.
Hello.
Prey to any number of your
Hello,
complex
Lisa.
human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic.
He is sick of you, LOL.
video game mechanics
Yeah,
and
he's
filling
done.
them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
He thinks
so
I'm
that
dead.
The irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
All Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Is he done talking, I guess? 6, 5.
Guide. My favorite butcher.
What's up, Sammy?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Second
I
player.
guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
He thinks I'm dead, and I'm second player now. I gotta find the
Coming
boss.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I guess we're going upstairs. Not that one. Ooh. Ooh. What's this say? Executive bathroom. I can go in the bathroom? Ain't none in here. What? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but it's not yours, of
New
course.
Player 2 should have went back into closet face
Oh.
with tears of joy.
I should have, but it closed the door, so I bet it locked it. That would have been funny. Dang it, I didn't think of that. What's that? What's in here? Everybody's gone. Indoors monthly? Indoors? Shouldn't that be like outdoors? Graphs. Aw, who would put a picture of shooting a panda? That's terrible. Man, I'm sad now. Okay, let's go. There's nothing in here. Alright, let's go in the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Poor Panda.
Shocked,
I know,
unraveled,
right?
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of
That's
course,
super
Stanley
secret.
couldn't possibly
Dead.
have known this.
2845? Let's not do it. Super secret passcode.
Hey buddy, good to interact with you. I graduated K-State in 2010. Do you think you would have made more money being a veterinarian taking CA?
Probably.
Combination was 2845.
Veterinarians, you probably get paid a lot of money. 2845. He wants me to put the secret code 2845.
2845.
He's getting mad. I can't click on anything. Alright, here we go.
2845.
2, 8, 4.
Forgot, but it turns
Lol.
out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
He said, well, whoop-de-doo. Oh, we got pictures up here. I don't know what they are. Alright. Where are we going? What is this place? It's scary in here. I don't like this music. Is that a button? Let's not push it yet. Oh, it's a dead end. I guess we gotta push the button. Am I gonna fall? Are we going down? Guess we're going down.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
Button pusher.
He felt more free to
That's
think
all I
for
can do.
himself,
I'm good
to
at that.
question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, Lord.
He had to poop.
He had to poop. Oh gosh. Did I just get electrocuted? What was that? What is that? Why has that got stripes on the floor? It's like a box or something.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh shoot. Mind control facility. Oh, escape. Should we escape? Or go into the mind control facility? Like they used a crayon. Escape. Escape. Oh Lord. Should we escape or should we go into the mind control facility? Oh. I guess. Let's escape.
Mind control.
Just go mind control? Okay. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Go in.
There's a light bulb. Push it.
Looks
The
creepy.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
That's
Did
a
he
lot of
have the
TV
strength
screens.
to find out?
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh. There's another platform. There's a camera. I hate Mondays. Guess we gotta push this button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives
down
of so
low.
many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Everybody's got a number. They're watching everybody. Uh-oh. This got a dude on it.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How do I do that? It's gotta be right here. I don't know what to do. Oh, maybe this one.
Do you ever follow up on the autopsy and see if there was a conviction?
No, usually after I'm done, it's
And when at last he found the source
way
of
down the
room's
road.
power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation.
Because it might be months or years before somebody gets convicted. Court system takes forever.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over? Are we done? Game over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Thanks for the answer.
You're welcome.
Months away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Uh-oh.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Where is everybody?
People hugging, light blue heart, smiling face with halo, light blue heart, people hugging.
People hugging.
But as sunlight streamed into
Satan,
the chamber,
Satan.
he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will...
How many drive peppers a day do you drink, or is that drive pepper I see in your hand?
was perhaps
What
the
you munching on?
Peanut butter,
Stanley stepped
M&Ms,
through the
and
open
it's a
door.
Coca-Cola Classic. This is my first Coke. Trying to quit. Am I going outside?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path.
Peanut butter M&Ms are the so good.
So good.
Hey friend,
Now,
how's
Hey.
the day going?
It's going good.
and Stanley was happy.
Have a good night, smiling face with halo, I'm headed to work.
Headed to work. Don't work too hard. I beat the game, it says. Uh-oh. Why am I back?
That was short.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We gotta pick different things now?
There are multiple endings to this game.
Okay.
You reincarnated.
I didn't die this time. Let's go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Autopsy
door on his
rooms.
left.
He said left, so we're gonna go right.
This was not
Hey from Argentina.
Argentina, what's
Stanley knew
up?
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was not. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Hi.
Stanley was so bad.
So
Hello.
glad the husband took over bedtime tonight for the littles.
Oh, there you go. Alright, we're not gonna fall off this time. Or try not to fall off.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
All this time.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's she?
Could
What
you
are we...
amazing if real gilding were like this? The girl in the closet you forgot to feed.
Oh gosh.
Real buildings.
Why is it dark in here? Oh gosh. I don't have a flashlight. I guess this is where we're going. Oh! That scared me!
That's her, Stanley.
That's her.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
This is weird.
What gets me is how much the narrator despises Stanley. Jump scare. Hi Dub, how are you?
I'm good. Hello? Hello?
It's a telemarketer, don't.
Do you have Medicare A and B?
Hold
Uh-oh.
on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Bread.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh,
I'm trying to
dang.
make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Man, the narrator, he's cold.
It was a telemarketer.
This
Hey.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh no, I'm dead. Good morning, employee 427. Press.
We have been
Right.
trying to reach you about your car extended warranty.
That's right.
Stanley
This
is quite a
seems weird,
boring
lol.
fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Man, this dude's harsh. Press the circle.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
You told me to do
Now
it.
He's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Oh
Now
my gosh.
He's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Gosh, he's harsh. Square.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Right.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Narrator really didn't want to shadow Mr. Stanley Lowell. Face with tears of joy, this narrative is hilarious.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Excited terribly.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
A choice.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was...
This man sounds like the narrator on The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It does, doesn't it?
As he wandered through this fantasy
gosh.
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
A baby?
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Oh,
the longer he
gosh.
spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press circle to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh gosh, do I do it? Don't do it. Don't do it, right? Press up to be at work in the morning.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Should I press up? He said don't do it. But I'm gonna do it, right? Because he told me not to?
Do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's
Press the
intending
button.
to kill himself?
Press
How can I get him
down.
to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Do it, do it.
Push the wrong button. Oh, it don't work. You press a different button and don't do anything.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe this
And I
time.
tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Oh no! Did I die? Did he kill me? I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. I died. Here we go. We started over again. He said there's a path with a baby? We should find that path.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
You shows down.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Here, go up to the office. We should go
Coming to
down.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're going down, sorry. Uh-oh, there's a red light down here. It's the parking garage.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone...
Red light special.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him?
They do.
He went?
I was wondering. They
And
all
for that
closed.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Oh,
And
there
at
it is.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake
These
up
guys require you to wash dishes.
boring
No,
life
no
job
dish,
pushing
no
buttons.
dishes.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Yeah.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Oh my gosh.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take...
You're going in circles.
Yes,
You're overthinking, Stanley. Are you going in a circle?
I think so.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
That's
How
true.
else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
The sleep paralysis demon staring at him in the corner.
Stanley
What is your busiest day?
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Busiest day, I had 8 autopsies one day. That was
This
my
is the
busiest
story
day.
of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella? What? I'm a girl
Mariella
now?
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh,
But on this particular day,
is that Stanley?
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh no!
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
He's
This
crazy.
She knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Uh-oh.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I died. Stanley's dead. Don't go to the basement, you die. Here we go! Here we go! Now what are we gonna do?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Stanley
it be?
died.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my gosh. I did not expect him to run down the street.
42. I love this
When
game.
Stanley came to a set of two
Take the
open
right
doors,
door in
he
hallway.
entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Stanley
Perhaps
knew
he
it.
wanted to stop by
This
the
is such a
employee
weird
lounge
game,
first,
lol.
just to admire
I
it.
bet is a very low budget.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Groundhog Day.
Definitely Groundhog
The
Day.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace?
Its grace?
subtle charm?
Its charm?
No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Darker.
Yes.
Is this the ultra deluxe version?
Yeah, this is the
It's
new
the
one.
color.
So utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
And some
Really
paintings.
worth it.
Your NES collection is unbelievable.
Thank you.
When did you start to seriously collect video games?
Oh,
Have you
probably
played that mannequin game
5,
I
6
seen
years ago.
Clear playing he was getting freaked out, huh?
no, I haven't.
It's
I need to look
possible
that up.
This is why everyone left.
A mannequin game.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What kind of message is it trying to send me? Get out of this room? How about coffee nut? Fuel. Is he done talking? I guess we gotta go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I kind of want to push that button. He says walk straight through, so we should definitely detour, right? Dude, let's see what this red button does.
The narrator is hilarious in this game. Do it. Yep, keep going.
Here we go.
Push it.
Uh-oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Is it? Is it left? What about right? Does right open? Right does not open. This one don't even make a sound.
I thought we died again for a second.
I did too. When it went to the loading screen, I thought it was dead. I'm like, oh, I
believe
just
him.
automatically died. Well, I guess we're going this way.
Oh no, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
He's messing with me now. I was like, aw, man. I want to go in this door now. Why can't I go in this door? Man, that's messed up. I'm going to go back up the elevator.
LOL. Hey.
Hey, Janet.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
He's definitely
It's
messing
clearly...
with me.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He doesn't know where we're going. Just open all the doors. I will go through all the doors.
Left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What? Garage door? All right.
He got you, man. You do what he wants, huh?
Pretty much.
There was another game he played with some buddies in a woods. It was cool. They had to hide from something.
Oh, we're going down. Oh,
He's
the music.
too busy in that broom closet to think.
Music just changed. Oh, this is scary. Oh, here we are.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Oh.
Stanley, close your eyes.
Close my eyes.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story.
My brother passed away 4 years ago from a OD. I've been watching your videos in the last few months.
Sorry for your loss.
We don't wander so far off track.
Hopefully I helped you a little bit.
From the top.
Uh-oh. Did we die? Oh! He started us over! Dang it! Okay, here we go.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed a memo.
Bunker time.
When Stanley... Wait.
So sad, Janet.
No,
I am so sorry.
I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Why is there so many doors?
Change. Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did
No.
you move the story somewhere? Or...
I
No.
lost my boyfriend from addiction.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
the one who wrote
I'm
the
sorry,
story.
Jessica.
Was right here just a minute ago.
Drugs are
I know
bad.
for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come,
What?
You
Stanley.
have answered a lot of questions about drug overdose.
He said it's an adventure. What door do we take?
Sorry for your loss, Janet Redheart. Left door.
Go through the left door?
He was huffing air duster.
Oh, that's bad stuff. That makes your lungs heavy.
All of them. Family arrived, so got a log, but have a good game.
Thank you.
All the doors opened for you.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you they're definitely...
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jessica. I'm sorry, Jessica Redheart.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Thank you.
Ah, he restarted me. Dang it. I was having fun going through all the open doors.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stay left.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed a memo. Stanley missed a memo. Okay. Now we got no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
What?
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
What? There's no doors in here. We gotta go back now?
Thank you.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Now you gotta go through the ceiling.
Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Now we gotta go back. Oh my
Please
gosh.
like, share and subscribe. Thank you. All right, follow the rules a little. Just wait.
Oh, now we're like, is this the basement? Oh gosh. It's spooky. You just
Now
got...
this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
I don't
He's
know.
messing with us.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
I don't
Well,
remember.
you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
We won! Yes!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all.
I'm so happy I got to finally talk to you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no
Bunker
problem,
time.
Janet. Thank you.
Not one of those situations.
Can I get this game on my iPad?
I don't know.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, he's restarting us again. Yeah,
Thanks to the broom closet.
We got a line on the floor now.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Adventure
Just
line.
follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. You think this is going to take us where we need to go? Wait a minute. Why is it turning?
Rockford area.
Rockford, Illinois. We didn't go this way before.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Riverside Hill here.
This direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
It's like a claustrophobic version of Groundhog Day. The line ain't nothing.
Even if there's no story there.
When did you first start gaming?
Oh, I've been a gamer all my life.
Still a story. Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Hey, G.
Now we can both agree
Rebecca!
that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office...
This is the first time watching a live gaming.
Of my own relative experiential
Your
mental
first time?
subjective construct.
Is it
Whoa.
everything you dreamed
Hang
of?
on.
It don't matter where you go, he takes you where it wants you to go.
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Roll sure.
We got mood music. It's awful loud in my headphones. It went up on the wall. Question mark. Oh my gosh.
Jessica, are you on Facebook? I sure am. Same name.
Wait, cut the music. Go back.
Looks like Wally was there.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember
Find
it
me.
carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Friends, becoming friends in the chat. This is awesome. Y'all are awesome. Why do we gotta study this plant? It's important in the story, he said. This is dumb.
You got it.
Friends that are friends. Wait, where are we going?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? is... Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
We
after
trusted
everything
you.
we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my gosh. When I was a kid, I was the...
Thank you for being live, folded hands, smiling face with smiling eyes.
I'm going to try to go live
Jump.
more often.
What's
Jump.
the name of it again?
Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable. When I was a kid, I
Remember
was
the
the
fern,
chubby
that's
kid.
it.
Remember the fern? Yeah. I was the chubby kid and I got picked on a lot, so I would run home, play Nintendo in my room. I didn't have any friends. I got picked on all the time because I
Fudge
was
the
the chubby
bunker.
kid. Fudge the bunker.
Screenshot.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
What's it done
intelligent
for-
people.
Please do go live more often.
Yes.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This direction. Okay. New
A
door.
disappointed face, I'm sorry. Those people suck.
It's okay.
I was bullied too.
Now, yes,
Bullies
this
are
is
terrible.
exciting.
I was the kid
Just me
too.
and Stanley forging a
I
new
have my
path,
own
a
cleaning
new story.
company.
Well, it could be-
Cleaning?
What do you want our story?
May you do their autopsy one day.
Use
Probably.
your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
We're stuck in a... Okay, there we go. I was like, wait! This is just a square. Being bullied made me who I am today, and I'm trying to not bully people and be nice to everybody
See, he
I
takes you
know.
where he wants you to go.
Stanley,
What an
I'd also
assault.
like to veto the line
I
from
love
having
my
any
job.
role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge it. I got it. The line. The line
Then
is
you could
crazy.
leave a nice surprise for the afterlife in their chest cavity.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. I would never. Oh, where did he go? He went up into the ceiling. Oh, where are we now?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
Okay, here we
So
go.
I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our
I
destination
love your videos.
Thank you.
with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer
I
is
teach my kids
yes,
not to
then
bully
by
and
all
people that
accounts,
don't
the
have
door
people
on
to
the
play
right
with
is
ask
the
them
red
to
door.
join.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Right door? Okay. The confusion ending?
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Both
We're
doors
supposed to
led in
restart the
here.
game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Going down.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be.
Watching your videos on how old school your gaming collection is brought back some old memories.
Oh yeah.
I won't
Old school
restart the
Nintendo
game.
is
I
the
won't
best.
do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I won't do it.
And the
And
timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it?
we broke
Did we
the
break
game.
the cycle?
We broke the cycle.
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will
How old are you?
something happen?
44. Next month I'll be
So-
45.
Okay.
I think.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey.
I suck at gaming, but I still have fun trying.
Me too. Me too. I'm
We'll
terrible
find
in
out,
video
won't we?
games, but I love playing them.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
You're 4 years older than me.
Uh-oh. I'm an old man. Oh, the game restarted. Alright. Here we go.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
Lol.
And constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
I never functioned on my own by myself.
Oh, he's a baby.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should we go left?
Me either. I'm the Ole Dirty 40.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Go up to the
Coming
boss's
to a
office.
staircase, Stanley walked
Hello, Al.
upstairs to his boss's office.
That dude lies go right.
Elizabeth. Hello. Because the boss knows that the boss says goes, that what the boss
Do you ever
says
do
goes.
live streams with some old school games?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Like, I guess I could set my camera up and, like, aim it at the TV, but then I wouldn't be able to, like, talk to y'all. I'd be talking, but I wouldn't see what y'all are saying.
That
I don't
back room
know.
is neat.
I bet there's a
Well,
way
hang
I
out
could
there
do it.
again, hope you win.
Hope I win? Yeah.
Where are you from?
I was born in Kansas, and I was raised in Arkansas, or Arkansas.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad.
Where do you live now?
I'm in Arkansas.
purpose
I work in Little
being-
Rock.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Arkansas is really flat.
45. But of
28.
course,
Sorry to
Stanley
bug Boo.
couldn't possibly have known this.
Bugboo? What's Bugboo?
At least the part I drive through.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his
Drove.
thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since
I
he
will
could
have
never
to visit
possibly
sometime.
know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
By sheer luck.
Amazing.
I have been to Hot
Stepped into
Springs.
the newly
Hot Springs is nice. That's where I grew
passageway.
up. I grew up in Hot Springs. My dad still lives down there. My mom passed away a
My
couple
send
years
early
ago.
wasn't done. I'm in North Arkansas. Lots of mountains here.
Yeah. All right. In the basement. Oh, we should go to the escape.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We should escape this time. We didn't pick this earlier. We should escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
I have such a busy schedule.
end of this hall,
I have to hire someone to wash my rags for my business. Escape. Sorry about your mom.
Thank you.
I have never watched anyone playing. I didn't know you could see my posts.
Yes. PlayStation reads me your comments, so my PlayStation's pretty cool
the door
about...
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't want to turn around. I want to see where this goes. It said escape. Escape. I want to escape.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly...
I think that's awesome.
Uh-oh. There's a hole? We die? We're dead? Did we die? Oh no. We're still alive. Now we're dead.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh gosh.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
Oh
like
no.
plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
BRB.
Stanley?
Did it crush me?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal
Speaking
doors.
of posts, I tagged you in a cicada post that popped up on my feed on Instagram since we were all talking about them the other day.
It's always listening.
Instantly.
We got a new narrator?
No cicadas.
And yet it would be
I
just
don't
a few
want them.
minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, it is. They were frying them up to eat them.
Ooh.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death
Bunker, it
becomes
always leads
meaningless,
Tati Bunker.
making life the same.
Gosh, are the
Do you
cicada
see?
there?
Do you see
Yuck.
that Stanley was
Yuck.
already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, I'm already dead? Oh, this is my stuff. Here's my computer. Corridor.
"17-year cicadas are coming."
Here's my computer desk. Office computers. It's like a museum. Filing cabinets. Nature paintings. The office. Can't open them.
Hello from California.
Cali, baby. What up, KP? Button sounds.
How can you start the game dead?
I don't know.
Museum and models.
Credits. Maintenance room. The office. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become and would wage war against the narrator. We didn't realize build it was far too jokey. Oh my gosh. Fight the narrator. From the cool man. Four 427, 427, 427.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How
What the
they
name
wish
of
to
the game?
control one another. How
The
they
Stanley
both wish to be free.
Parable.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But
Uh-oh.
listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
The answer to the meaning of life is everywhere.
There's no other way to beat this game.
Turn off your
As long as you
PlayStation.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Oh, did we get squished that time? Are we dead? Did we die?
Have you played this before?
I have not.
What is the name of the game?
The
I
Stanley
like
Parable.
the other narrator.
Yeah, I kind of like the first guy. She was serious. She was too serious. This game is called the Stanley Parable. This might be the deluxe edition or something.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Yay, he's back.
New content. Well, we're taking this door.
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
Have you ever played Portal? The hateful announcer kinda reminds me of Portal.
Oh, really? Portal's got the announcer?
Principal Trumbull.
They didn't even put a... Uh-oh. Where are we going?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe.
As
That's
you
what
may
it
know,
is.
The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home
What is the
computers.
objective of the game?
I don't know.
The Stanley
How
Parable
big is this office?
features exciting
Face with tears of joy.
broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
When did we get on the tracks?
Just
no
now.
point but for confidence and confusion.
Is it broken? What's going on here?
Right on victory hand.
Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's gonna be the same game. I know it. It's gonna be the same office. Come on.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
It's white bricks.
All right, let's...
Haha.
The jump circle?
The jump circle? This is so dope.
The game is a giant joke, lol.
It is. This is nothing but a joke.
Don't jump, just keep going.
I jumped 35 times. All right. We did it. No more jumps.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator.
Another
Stanley,
elevator.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Are
It's
not
just
positive.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if...
Don't slam.
Wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
This is what happens when you find a walrus in the Alps, Larry. Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Having a great
What do you
time.
say, friend?
Uh-oh. We restarting again?
Hilarious.
427. This is a different hallway now.
Can't tell it's old Twitter, bahaha.
Oh yeah, he did say Twitter. He's gonna find him on Twitter, didn't he?
Psst.
Oh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
How do I? Oh, just run into it. Coffee nut.
Nuau. It's a trap.
It's a trap, I fell. Oh, here we go.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Nuau
It
vent.
got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
It
So
used
I
to be.
made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers went.
Left CTRL lets you duck.
Our little secret. Take a look.
We're outside.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
It's guiding you to the toilet.
Smile because it happened.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
Please like,
10 out of
share and
10
subscribe,
from
thank you.
Destructoid.com.
This is too
James
funny.
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was
Every
Skyrim.
game.
It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now
Yellowstone.
it's nothing.
Lol.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Elevator content.
M&M's and Coke. Sometimes that announcer sounds like Stewie from Family Guy.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable.
Such a funny game. Thanks for playing.
Thank you for being here. I didn't know what this game was going to be like.
Everyone.
Mermaid!
Rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Work on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I got a couple in the morning. Got a floater. It's gonna be very stinky.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Carpet textures. Move objects, create levels and graphics. Where are we going? Out here?
Oh no, Yak. Are they better if they've been at the bottom of the cold lake?
Wait.
Do they
No.
swell less?
They swell more.
Was part of the memory zone before? What's this? What's down here?
Usually they swell up, float up, and that's when you find them.
How long was the floating?
I don't know.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
I worked as a video guy at County Morgan College. Was at a big university. We'd get M24-7, floaters bloat.
Oh,
Oh, floater reminds me of Chris Watts' What a Fudger.
Oh, yeah.
Do you smear anything under your nose to help with the smell?
no. Just stay in the room and get it done.
Unfunny.
Unfunny.
Funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insight.
If they are not found, they fall below again.
I think the decomp makes gas and the gas floats them up.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Preachy.
Rub my mask with a rubbing alcohol wipe, but only works for so long.
Yeah, then it's gone.
Salt water better.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much
Decomp animals, we put Vicks in our masks.
Ooh,
Are the bowls usually ruptured into the abdominal cavity?
it just all turns to
What an
liquid.
awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
I feel like
I
a
let these
failure.
people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
It couldn't hurt.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Only positive reviews of the Stanley
Ooh,
Parable.
Emma Stone.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes.
Anyone following Sebastian Rogers' case? So heartbreaking, it's so hard on me. My son is autistic and same age. I can't imagine my son missing. Nice.
That's terrible. I would hate if my son was missing. Alright, we got a fast forward button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes.
Owls, it does nothing.
You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the part.
I love this part.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and
Whitney G. Trivix low. I love rubbing alcohol smell. I clean with it all the time.
Ooh, nice.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
The plant
I have
died.
someone to talk to again.
I had a baby that was stillborn. No autopsy. Why?
And probably the answer was in the placenta.
Here, not a single person to speak with.
They probably
And
looked
you'd
at your
think that
placenta.
that's
Usually when a baby doesn't make it, it's the placenta. You can do tests on the placenta.
It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about...
Uh-oh. Is the narrator gone? Did he die? Did I push the button too many times?
I'm sorry about your baby.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
Whitney
condition.
G. I'm so sorry for your loss. Do you mind me asking, were you full term? I lost 2, 7 and 12 weeks.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
He's
end,
broken.
is never the end, 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 is never the end.
That's enough of that. Oh no! The building's falling apart.
Three favorite bands.
Favorite bands? Shinedown, Seether, Five Finger Death Punch.
Thank you. 26 weeks. My baby daddy couldn't keep his hatred to himself. All I can say is he broke a lot of bones with the bull bat that hit.
Oh no, that sucks.
3 Doors Down.
Oh yeah, very good. 3 Days Grace. Three Doors Down, 3 Days Grace, Linkin Park.
Creed?
Creed, yeah. Band manager? What band do you manage?
Slipknot.
Slipknot, yes. Your name says band manager. Are you a manager of a famous band?
Metallica.
Ooh, Metallica. How many times do I hit this fast forward button? Starting to make...
Disturbed.
Disturbed, down with the sickness. Oh, the button fell down. Guess we can go outside now.
Old school Metallica, Pantera, Megadeth, and much more. That's what I love. I work with some bands, you know.
Oh, you do?
Beatles. Whitney G. That's horrible. I hope he went to jail. I'm so sorry. I'd love to get you some swag. Signed. They love you.
They love me. Which bands? Which bands love me? Yes, please. Yes, please. Which bands? Now you gotta tell me which bands. You can't just come in here and say bands I know and then say they love me.
Mice of Men.
Mice of Men. We're back in the office. Was that the extended content?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Here we go. We're starting over again. It says new content. This wasn't here before. Should we go in here?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Uh-oh. We already did this just a second ago.
Yes.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
Saint Ansonia. No civilian jail.
Oh, Saint
Military
Ansonia?
took care of him, winking face.
Was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Stanley Parable 2?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable.
I'm back for a short minute.
Welcome back,
Deluxe,
Janet.
Don't you think? Ultra Deluxe. What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation.
I have seen all the bands I have mentioned at Riverbend in Cincinnati.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't
That
quite
carpet
nailed
red
down
heart.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a
Whitney
look
G.
at
I
some of
hope
the
that
features
means
I
has
think
no
about.
longer on Earth.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally
Go Cincy.
spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
If I start talking music, I'll never shut up, so I shall spare you all.
Stanley Parable 2.
Music is good.
I asked myself.
Creed, 3 Doors Down, 5 Finger Death Punch all on tour together this summer.
Oh,
Band MG, are you close to Cincy?
And validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Went to UC.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of
It just
course,
says
in the
Jim.
final game, this button will say your name.
Oh,
whatever
say my
that
name.
is. Here,
Whatever.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take
We
a
want to
deep
see
breath,
5 Finger
clear your
Death
mind,
Punch.
forget whoever
In
you are,
1985.
and simply become a person named Jim. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here.
Get
I'm
out of
done
here.
with this button.
I'm
Why
done
don't
with
you
the
go
button.
humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
I couldn't wait to cut him off and hit that button.
Doing inventory check is a chore.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Free trophy. We need a free trophy.
Pretty close. I'm friends with his wife. She is great. He is no longer a fudge face.
Fudge face.
I have forgiven him. PTSD does things and he would nave.
Yes. You see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I don't even get the free trophy. That
What is the
sucks.
weather there?
Weather here? Are you talking about in Arkansas? It's like muggy. It's hot. It's like
What else?
87.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
the jump circle. We've seen that.
Fudge don't want to disrespect with the real F word.
Yeah, don't say the real F word. Might be kids
I'm
watching.
still feeling like Jim. Is that normal?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
It's been raining here all day.
Oh,
November 3rd, Creed and 3 Doors Down in Little Rock. You're going.
End of time.
In Little
if you
Rock?
like.
I'd
The
love to
standing
go.
leap forward for video games as a medium.
do I jump in the hole? We jumping in the hole? Here we go.
Simmons Bank Arena.
Yes.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then.
Can I be embalmed and then reanimate my carcass to start a Walking Dead society, which would be a step above having more than two genders rolling on the floor laughing?
Oh my gosh.
Juno.
Juno.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Do I just keep jumping in the hole?
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about...
Oh, I made it to the bottom.
Goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you.
It's the broom closet all over again.
Anyone would actually stay in the hole long
What am I supposed to say? What's this, a video game, or have you went full Dexter face with monocle? How many holes you gotta go in to find the right one? Hashtag real life haha.
in my opinion. Maybe
Hashtag
it's you who likes falling
not
too
the
much.
wrong hole.
Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both
Hashtag
said
wrong
some
hole.
things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Mostly
With you,
infinite.
sorry. Well, if you're happy, I'm happy for you. You still need to be embalmed if you're dead and need to fly to another place?
Usually if you're flying, they want you embalmed, I think. I'm pretty sure you need to be embalmed to be in a plane. They don't want you leaking in the plane. Mostly infinite hole. I wondered if there was going to be a bottom. I found it.
The damn holes always get people.
Ha ha.
Why am I hearing the comments being read to me?
Because my PlayStation 5 reads me the comments while I'm gaming. I'm playing on a PS5. PlayStation.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday. Yeah, but let's just pick that one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you
Because he is cool.
wanted all along.
I have a PS5 too. I didn't know it had that option because I stream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can stream right to YouTube, and she will read you the comments in the chat, so it's pretty awesome. So I picked the wrong one? Huh.
Wrong hole sounds like Agga for the first 30 seconds and they can get a out of her after they.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Merch. We got merch.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of...
Sounded funnier in my head.
Well, I'm happy
We
to
can
say
eat.
that after much consideration,
The sheeprid isn't
I
he?
engineered a clever solution
Yeah,
to
he
this
is.
fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's
This dude need to find a hole to get out of this game. Fall all the way in.
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly
One of the best features, the bucket.
comforting.
The
You
bucket.
may even come to long for the gentle
narrator.
voice of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
He got me.
Can you feel it?
I feel a
The glow
bucket.
of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
It's a
Is the
bucket.
narrator named
Can I say
Richard?
that I do
I don't
think
know.
The bucket lends you an air of charisma as well. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, he said asoap.
Benefits of the bucket seem to go
LOL.
on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
He gave me a bucket. What am I supposed to do with the bucket? Stupid bucket. I liked this game better when it was just in the same office. This is getting weird. I can't get rid of the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
When life give you a bucket, you pee in it, my 7-year-old said.
You pee in the bucket?
If the narrator isn't named Richard, he should be, because he's a nickname for Richard.
Uh-oh. Yeah, basically. I think we went through everything now, didn't we? Easy trophy. See what's up here.
You watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
I do. I do watch Dr. Pimple Popper.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
One.
Oh yeah, I just got another lead from my business.
God, it really is the worst
I
when you
do too,
collect
lol.
everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
This game is hilariously horrible.
This is, yeah, it's terrible. It was pretty fun at first. Now it's getting kind of dumb. Now I wonder if
Healthy feet podiatry. It's all feet. Then the DR died in real life through a clot. Cool videos.
the doctor died. Oh my gosh. I don't see any, it said to collect 6 trophies, but I don't know if there's any other trophies in here. If it was just messing with me. I think, the singer for Five Finger Death Punch, I think he followed me on,
Yay, he was gonna
TikTok.
do TV show on hangnails then died.
ah,
400 YouTube videos.
dang.
He and my son keeps saying. I keep telling him it doesn't work like that, haha. Have you ever played the Mortuary Assistant?
I have not played it. They haven't made it on PlayStation
Yay.
yet. Ivan, is that his name, Ivan? He followed me on TikTok, and I followed him right back, and I fangirled him, and I sent him a message, but he never replied. My wife got so mad. She goes, "Tell me you didn't send him a message." I said, "I did. He followed me." So I sent him a message, but he never replied. I don't see any more little trophy guys. Yeah, I don't know why we're carrying this bucket. I can't put it down.
He missing out.
He's missing out. I know, right? I totally fangirled. I'm like, oh my
He
god!
doesn't look at messages, but watches your vids.
Ah, I knew it! I knew it! I figured he probably got a lot of messages. I totally fangirled on him though. I was like, oh, I'm a big fan! When I'm running and lifting weights, in my headphones is playing Five Finger Death Punch. But he didn't respond. So I was like, well, I wonder if...
My son said find a bathroom.
Find a bathroom?
Too many messages.
Probably. I get a lot. Like, I try to reply to everybody that sends me Instagram messages. Sometimes it takes like a day or two. I get so many Instagram messages. That would be awesome if I seen him in Little Rock. He came to Little Rock last year or the year before. I think it was last year. I was sick. I couldn't go. I wanted to go see him. I guess we've done everything. Let's just exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted?
Lead means more clients.
Lead means more clients.
Is your lowrider finished? 22222 everywhere, maybe poop in it, just kidding but funny.
My car is done. Well, there's some things I want to do to it. It's running good.
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere.
Jonathan Daniels from Korn worked at a morgue.
Oh, that's awesome.
New features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
There it is.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
Jonathan
Can
Davis.
you tell if someone has diabetes when they die? What's up, y'all? Maybe
What
he's
up?
looking for Emily Huff. Not Daniel.
Version 2.
Fat finger.
Kidding, Stanley. This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
I think he's got original paintings from
that would capture all the magic of the
Pogo.
first game. I wanted fans to
Would
love
be
it.
sweet to
No
have.
matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose
Probably.
it could. But
Yeah,
it
let's
would
go
need
back
a
to the
really,
original game.
really tremendous title screen. A title screen.
How was you, DW?
It was busy.
Conviction.
I had
This
5
is the
autopsies.
Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Can you tell if someone has diabetes when they die?
Take a look.
Well, I don't know how the doctor tells, other than your legs are like all black and you're missing a foot. But that's how I tell. You're missing toes or a foot or a leg. Your legs are kind of dead from the knee down. I don't know how the doctor tells. We can do tests on your blood and vitreous and urine.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
Lots of odds in AK.
Number 427. Employee number 427's job.
Yes,
That is crazy. Hopefully all went smooth though.
it did. It just took a while.
Orders
Pancreas.
through a monitor on his desk.
Pancreas.
Telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Lots of
This is what
overdoses.
employee 427 did.
Lots
every
of,
day every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
Could be bad.
was happy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. something he would never quite forget.
I just got off of work myself, started at 6 a.m. It's now 7:30 p.m. lol.
Dang, that's a long day.
Had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
The pancreas could be bad is what I meant to say, but it sent too fast.
It's okay. It's alright.
Isolation.
That's what I figured
Something
you were
was
talking
very
about.
clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits,
Is it starting over again?
I think so, but now we're in
and stepped out
part
of his
2.
office.
Stanley Parable 2.
How's this game going? I've never seen it before.
This is an old game, and they kind of added new content to it. I was going to say there's a lot of overdoses. Fentanyl. Fentanyl is killing people every day. It's crazy. Oh, there's the balloons. So,
I went through medical.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
How many
to go to the
parts?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know how many parts there are.
The fern.
Oh yeah, we gotta look for the fern. They got lots of balloons. There's the bucket! The bucket's in the game.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got the bucket, I got a bucket.
My brother was a fentanyl overdose.
Fentanyl, yeah.
They made me get the white balloons.
White balloons?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So got a question, what do you usually like talking about during gaming? What an
Anything.
accomplishment, the bucket. Do you see a lot of fentanyl overdoses?
Lots of fentanyl.
Now you can't put IT down, haha.
I'm stuck with it. I talk about anything. Y'all ask me anything, I try to answer anything. To an extent.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was
Don't
where
get
he'd
fired.
find answers.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it
What
out
color is
passive
the bucket
aggressively
roll?
on other. What color's the bucket? Is it silver? Can we go in the closet? Yes!
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Is it fentanyl alone, or fentanyl mixed with X?
It's
The
mixed
aura
with
of
other
jealousy,
things.
It's as clear as day. This broom closet
Are you
believes it
married?
deserves the
I am married.
Zine,
I can really feel it.
galvanized.
It's a bucket.
Do
It
you
belongs
monetize
to the
your
broom
YouTube
closet.
channel?
That's what the broom
I am
closet
now
is
getting
trying to
paid.
say.
I have
is
enough
your
followers
bathroom.
to get paid now.
Good for you, Stanley.
Not W in the closet lol.
Hand over the bucket. I know how hard
The
it must
slideshows are
be
funny.
the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong
Bucket
friend.
keeps you warm and comfort.
Hand it over.
Baha.
We're getting into name calling now, it seems.
Rock
Is this
and
how
roll.
low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons. Even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards
what do
any
you play
inanimate
on?
object which happened to lay in your
PlayStation
path
5.
in an even
That's
partially
awesome,
enticing
congratulations,
manner?
clapping
Like
hands,
never.
medium light
Go
skin
on,
tone.
Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
See, he knows he is
Expand
getting
on the wide
insulated.
variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the
Where
rich
in
emotions
Arkansas do you
and
live?
your feelings for the bucket as they have
Here
changed
close
and
to Little
evolved
Rock?
over the years. Let him have it.
I was curious because I had a friend / my landlord who passed away 6 years ago from a fentanyl overdose that was mixed with xylazine.
Oh.
I've
Ever
got you
thought of
something
getting a
which
gaming
places you
PC?
Yeah, I want one
Listen
so I
here.
can play some
There. Now it's
some
settled.
more scary
No more
games.
debate. no more discussion. Take a hike, Broom.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
Yes.
Diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
My crack. I guess we can't give the broom closet.
All right, I've got a
He
second.
knows he is getting insulted, damn autocorrect.
Because I think it's appropriate.
Yummy.
You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
ASMR LOL.
If you're
ASMR.
not sure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down.
Really enjoy your content, brother. Your spirit is infectious.
Thank you, Daniel.
Well, if you ever get a PC, I'm always down to play games with ya.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my son, he said he's going to build me a gaming computer because I definitely want to play the mortuary assistant.
I could take the name calling and the
The
dismissal.
broom closet is funny.
But now, the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And
A
to be
silent
honest,
treatment.
I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you
M&Ms
like,
and
but I've
Coke.
had it with this
Burp a lot,
impetuous
huh?
room of
Yeah.
supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Is he done? He's mad.
Would
I'm
you
just
say
standing
the
here.
game is somewhat realistic?
I don't know. I've never played it, but I doubt it because it's got like monsters in it, doesn't it? Okay. I guess he's done. I
So
guess
you have children?
I do. I have a stepdaughter, 22. I have a son that's 21, and I have a daughter that's 19. Okay.
Fudge the bucket.
Is he done?
I
He's
play on PC. Sea of Thieves and World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Why no Xbox?
I have an Xbox. It's harder to stream on the Xbox. There's my trophy.
You found one of them. One of the miniatures.
You are fabulous and I'm thrilled that you are monetized.
Thank you.
I have to get to bed now though. Good night/day/morning, wherever you are.
Thank you.
everyone.
Yeah, it's 9:30. I probably need to go to
Well,
bed
yeah,
too.
but I meant like the actual work within the game, lol. My daughter is 9.
All my kids are all grown.
Xbox 360.
No, I don't know what it's called now. Xbox X maybe? I don't know.
The
Xbox.
figurines are neat.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human.
On Xbox you should stream through Discord.
Oh,
Stanley
yeah.
may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now,
Xbox X Series.
Yeah, the black one, the
Series
square
X.
little black one. Yeah.
the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
Please
Yeah,
like, share and subscribe, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Like,
And he knew it.
share, and
The two of them
subscribe.
were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the
S-series.
spiritual connection he
Is that the
shared with
S series?
bucket that he didn't notice
square,
keypad
tall,
behind
black
the
one?
boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the key.
The previous generation was Xbox One. X. I feel like it would be cool to watch you play GTA Story Mode.
Oh, yeah.
Was it that the bucket
I try to
moved
play
or
the
not?
GTA,
Was the
like,
bucket going
online, and the
Yes.
kids just
The black
automatically,
One
like,
is Xbox Series extension.
Series X. Yeah, that's the one I got. It's like a tall square, like,
What
cube.
happens if someone has contacts in when they die?
They dry to your eyes.
PlayStation 3 is the farthest I went. Then
Oh.
switched to PC.
Oh,
Do you have Atari?
I do not have an Atari.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name.
I have the original Atari.
Mini stands. Stanley
Nice.
figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes.
Somebody told
I
me,
like that. Another
Atari
Stanlerine
2600.
under your belt.
You could collect Kool-Aid points and send them in, and there was a special Atari game with the Kool-Aid Man. I don't have an Atari, but I think that would be fun to have that. I don't know if that's a true thing or not. I don't know anything about Ataris, but they said if you collected the Kool-Aid points, you could send them in, and there was a special Atari game with the Kool-Aid Man. I was like,
You
oh.
don't take them out. Yeah.
Towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Wow.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
I don't know if it's true or not.
PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 still and old Game Boys.
Oh, nice. I love some PlayStation 1.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind
It's 10:30 Twoer in Virginia flag, U.S. outlying islands.
Uh-oh. It's past our bedtime, Bryant.
So how did you get your job? I've been kinda thinking about looking into it.
I was trying to get on with the local PD, and one of the police officers...
is a video game released for the Atari 2600 and Intellivision in 1983. Both were published by Mattel, but each game is of Unique.
Oh, dang.
I loved South Park drillin' Catman in the butt.
Catman. I was trying to get on with the local
Please
PD.
follow Dubia on TikTok https://www.tiktok.com/@big_led73 _t equals 8 meters dp7w5 pence 8sc and _r equals 1. My first PlayStation game was Freak Style. Loved it.
Freak style.
Hardman. You guys don't take out the contacts?
No, don't take contacts out. We actually put like hard contacts in that keep your eyelids closed. You get some eye caps or dead people contacts. My favorite game on PlayStation 1 was Dave Mirra BMX. Oh my gosh, that game was so much fun. And then Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Was the
Oh,
bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kind?
Our first PlayStation game was Crash Bandicoot 2.
oh yep, Crash Bandicoot. I had 1, 2, and 3. Those were so much fun.
Stanley's feeble mind.
Utaka.
Crash Bandicoot.
Bandicoot. He was the best. And Spyro the Dragon.
3 on the PS3 or the odd cards.
His control
Me
never.
too.
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I can only trust the bucket.
Did you play the remastered versions?
I don't think so. I don't think I got to
But
play
here-
the
Freak Style was a
remastered one.
dirt bike racing and trick game.
Controls
Yep,
labeled
I
with
have
emotions,
Spyro too.
happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another.
So what was that about your job?
For he and the bucket
I was trying
would
to get
dismantle
on with the
controls
police
for good.
department, and one of the
Two
police
best
officers worked
friends,
at the crime
Stanley
lab.
and the bucket up against the world. They
He asked me if I
high-fived in a
wanted to
really
work
cool
there,
way.
because he knew I
The
wanted to
bucket
be a
made
police
sassy
officer and
comment
work with the
about
police.
taking down the system.
So I got hired on at the crime lab as an investigator. For 3 years, I drove all over the state of Arkansas, picking up bodies, bringing them back for autopsies, and then a position came open in the morgue to do autopsies, and so I took it, and I was in the morgue doing autopsies for 4 years before I took another job. I ran the morgue at Children's Hospital and did autopsies for the last 12 years. And the first of this year, I quit, and now I work full-time at the mortuary where I make the videos, and I do private autopsies for Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Let's just turn it on, see what happens.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
Only I could do children or babies.
Yes, it's very tough. I didn't tell the world
Stanley
I
was
worked at
prepared
Children's
to throw
Hospital.
the bucket away in disgust.
Need for Speed was a good one too.
Ooh, Need for Speed,
Was screaming.
Hot Pursuit, and Need for Speed
Birds.
1, 2, and 3.
Silly birds.
Silly
The
birds!
control buttons became active again.
Yep. That's sad to do autopsy for a child.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on
But it's
him.
most important.
This wasn't a mind
Mom
control
needs answers.
facility at all. It
So you
was
gotta
a
be really
facility for
strong
monitoring and surveilling
person to do
silly
autopsies
birds
on a child.
all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true
I
intent.
love how you light up with joy and your smile over that. Silly bird.
Silly birds.
The metal genius in his hands.
We're
The
watching
one who
Silly
had
Birds
pointed
now.
him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Silly
Of
birds.
all the possible paths his life could have
Was
taken.
it Need for Speed that had the Soundgarden soundtrack?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Was happy.
It did have some good sounds though. The songs on there were
I
really
still
good.
have the PlayStation that is backward compatible, works perfectly.
Oh, nice. And we restarted. Alright, y'all. I guess I gotta go to bed.
SSX tricky.
Ooh, tricky. Yes. That was a good
Real
one.
birds don't exist.
Real birds don't exist? What? Alright, y'all. Thank you for being here. Please like this
They
video.
say a dead body is heavy as hell.
Yeah, dead weight. Just
Good
lays
night.
there.
When you streaming again?
I don't know. My daughter's graduating this weekend, so
Good
I'm going to
night,
be out of
sleep well.
town. So maybe Monday
Good
night?
night, Autopsy Tech. I want to thank you for the work you do.
Thank you, thank
Good
you.
night.
Good
This
night.
is the best game.
It was pretty
Good
fun.
night.
It was silly, but we need silly in our life, right? We need silly to break up all the seriousness. We need a break from being serious. That's what I'm gonna say, right? We don't need to be serious all the time. I'm not serious all the time, that's for sure. Thank you,
Yes.
everybody. Please give me a
Good
follow,
night.
a sub.
Thank you for streaming. Good
Maybe-
night. Have a great weekend. Thank
maybe-
you for your time today.
Maybe we can stream again Sunday night or maybe Monday. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a great weekend. You have a great Friday and then a great
We
weekend.
need to laugh.
We do. Laughing is good
Play
for the soul.
mortuary. I would love to watch that.
Hopefully I can get a
Sweet.
gaming computer and we can play the mortuary assistant and y'all can get scared with me. I heard there's a grandma
Have a great
game
night,
that's pretty
everyone.
scary. I want to
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
play this grandma game. It's supposed to be super scary. I like scary games because I like being
Congrats to your
scared.
daughter.
Thank you. Yeah, now we just gotta find her a job. She's graduating college Saturday, so we gotta get her an adult job now. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And get it right. All right, here we go. How long did we stream? 2 hours and 18 minutes. Oh my gosh, y'all listened to me ramble for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me eat M&Ms and drink my Coke.
HMU.
HMU. Thank you. Send me a message on Instagram. Are you on Instagram, Band Manager? Send me a message on Instagram, Band Manager.
Congratulations to your daughter.
Thank you.
Ha. Scary like the grandma on Legon.
I don't know. Is she pretty scary on Legon? What is Legon? I've never heard of this.
Good night, goodbye.
Good night, goodbye, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.